Shalom Aleichem and welcome to Online Smicha. You know there are many symbols or logos associated and connected with different organizations, different companies, etc. And every business is looking for a certain logo that epitomizes who they are, what they are, etc., etc. And one logo which comes to mind that has to be discussed, if this really epitomizes what it really is all about, is the common logo of the Magen David, the Star of David, the Star David, which is called the Star David. Now, it is mentioned, the concept of Magen David we already find in Talmud and Gemara. However, the Magen David as it's in the Talmud is not necessarily, and it's actually not our logo that we know today. The logo that you know, that the Star of David, the triangle within a triangle, and it's already part of the symbol of the Israeli flag, and Lahavdil Elef Avdolos, that the Nazis, Yamach Shemam, when they want to separate or identify the Jews, they put the Magen David as a symbol of this is a Jew. The connection between this logo and this symbol to Yiddishkeit, where is this from? And is there any halacha connected to this? So let's start with the halacha view first. There is a tshuva from Rav Moshe Feinstein in Igros Moshe Chelik Dalid Siman Tes Vav, where he's asked a question about a parochis in the shul. You know, they make all different beautiful designs on the parochis in front of the Aron Kodesh, and somebody asked him, are you allowed to have this symbol on the parochis? Is it any question? Is it symbolic for something negative or good? Or, maybe Zionism on top of it, etc., etc. So Rav Moshe says, this is Rav Moshe's answer. Hine kefisha yodua, as it is well known, it's not something new that this logo is associated with Yiddishkeit. It's hundreds and hundreds of years that people in shuls had this symbol on the parochis, and nobody ever mentioned anything against it. Even though, he says clearly, Av she'ein lanu makar tzuras haMagen David, even though I can't find any source, what's the background of this symbol, and especially why it's connected to Yiddishkeit, still, it's a nice design, and ein bazem mishum kepeda. There's nothing to worry about to having it as a design on the parochis. And then Rav Moshe says, perhaps there is a nice thing in this symbol. And this is actually, as it's explained, for those who, you can do research and see what others have explained in the design. The design is shaped of two triangles, one facing upward and one facing downward. Says Rav Moshe, perhaps this is actually a nice thing in a shul, showing that Hashem is Hashem Hu Elikim. God is Bashamayim Mimal. The same God is the God upwards in Shamayim. V'ala'aretz mitachas. Wherever, whatever direction you face, Hashem is in charge. Or v'ulai hu siman l'David. Perhaps this is a sign, a reminder about David HaMelech. Shabbatach b'milchumaysav al Hashem Yisbarach, shehu melach l'mayla u'lamato v'chol ruches hashamayim. David HaMelech went out to war against big nations, etc., etc. He went out with full confidence because he knew that Hashem is in control of the world, and if he's fighting the war for Hashem's sake, he's going to win. Shalachein, and this was the reason, lo'hayayare mimalchei basav adam. David HaMelech maybe, perhaps, had this in his heart as a symbol. I'm ready to fight for Hashem Yisbarach because I know who really is in charge. I am fighting against nations that are bigger and stronger than me, but I have Hashem on my side, who is Bashamayim Imal, V'ala'aretz mitachas. That gave him the confidence to fight. And Rav Moshe says, I definitely don't see an issue with having that symbol. Some people have the problem that it became a Zionist symbol. So Rav Moshe, that's a late news type of thing. The symbol was way before it, way before the Israeli flag. And it's already around, and as I said before, hundreds of years. So I have no problem with having that symbol around anywhere. But at the end of the tshuva, he quotes from a sefer called Oitzer Dinim Minhagim. He says, I see that there is, quoted in that sefer, that you can't associate a religion, a faith, with the slogan, She'asr Lasei Sir, or Kol Demus, as a slogan in a faith, Ein Lazeh Shum Makar. I can't find a source for that. And therefore, even if somehow it became associated that the symbol of the Magen David is the Jewish people, it's not that bad. It's nothing wrong. Some books actually say that this symbol of of two triangles, one within the other, symbolize Kabbalistic things of the different spheres, etc., etc. But the simplest one, Shlomo HaMelech in Shir HaShirim says that the Bnei Yisrael are compared Kishoshana bein ha'choichim, like a rose amongst thorns. Now, perhaps if you look closely, there is shtechetika things, there's corners, but then there is the beautiful middle part, the rose. And this is symbolic to the Yiddish people. No matter who and what are around them, they're shiny, they're fresh, they're good looking, amongst the choichim, amongst the thorns, and that's what keeps us going.